everybody, my name is Spammals and welcome back to what definitely will be the last episode of Return of the Obra Dinn. I said that last episode, I was a bit eager, obviously. We didn't get it done. There's still quite a few names to work out. So, without any more stalling, let's begin! Welcome back to the game. Here we are, below the decks of the Obra Dinn. Now, the plan for today, we're gonna get this game done. We're gonna smash out all the remaining people's names, crew members, all of the above, and we're gonna go home victorious. So how to do this? So basically, I'm going to start at the beginning and go name by name until we work this all out. Please bear with me. There's a lot to cram into this episode. I don't want to make it overly long, so it's going to be very jumpy, basically. Here is the crew's manifest people's listy thing. Many ticks, quite a lot of ticks, but still many not ticked. So what's our first not tick going to be? Martin Parrott, the third mate. We don't know what happened to him. He hasn't got a death. He disappeared. So he might be alive somewhere. We're going to deal with the dead first. The living can wait. Let's not go via the manifest. Let's do the book. The book is awesome. So lose cargo. We're done. Done. Bitter cold. That is done. That is done. Boom. Murder. Done. Done. All of the done is totally done. The calling. Boof. Ah ha ha. Right, you, sir. Who are you? Because you died. You're in the rowboat. You're one of the people that died when the sea beasties attacked over the side of the boat. And you're in 7 bloody memories. Hang on. Boop. Show them on the deck map. Did lose cargo part 1 and part 2. And he's in the murder part 3. Murder part 2. And then the rowing boats. Right, here's our man. He's hanging onto the rigging whilst, well, that dude over there got shot. Is he potentially one of the topsmen? Because why would it be over that side of the ship? You know, like, you're safe over here. Over there, not so safe. Although they was getting a boat ready. Oh, who are you? Another guy. So that's them getting the boat ready to, or say, kidnapping this person. It's all part of the thing. The doohickey. Ah! Also, we got this guy down here with a spear in his leg, and we know nothing about him. Unknown fate. So I'm going to say that he was, speared? Don't know who by, though. Oh, wait, he's hanging onto the helm. Look at that picture. There's the ship's helm there, and he's holding on to it. He's the helmsman, because there's only one of them. Here we go. Finley Dalton. He was speared. Oh, we're so close to working out his death. It could have been by anybody. So let's roll this back in memory and see if we can work out what happened. Okay, this memory isn't going to help. It's entirely white over there. But here he is in this scene here. He's at the back. Not you. He's this guy, and he's rowing. There he is. But we know in this scene, the second mate, when the beasties attack and start taking out the people, he does shout out, Patrick, can you still row? Or something like that. So we assumed it was this guy here. Patrick O'Hagan, a seaman. But we know that's incorrect because that's been like that for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap his name onto this dude and kind of pray for the best. Okay? Patrick, spiked by a terrible beast. Next name. Disappearances. Oh, we'll come to that at the end. Here we go. Part 4 of Unholy Captives. This unknown soul was killed by a sword by Philip Dowell, Captain... Oh, the dude in the bottom of the ship, and he had his leg cut off, and the captain's assistant did it, and blah, blah, blah. Who are you? That's where he died. He was also helping carry down the captives. I feel we went over this quite a lot in the last episode. Well, he's clearly a seaman. He's an able-bodied seaman. He's not a topsman or anything like that. So do we have any names to play with? Quite a few. Actually, not really. He's one of 4 seamen. Although these other names are striked out, but they're not confirmed. So they could be in the wrong name slot. So I honestly don't know. I'm going to come back to him in a little bit. Okie dokies? Yeah, that's mad. Next person, next chapter. This dude electrocuted. He's unknown. He's one of the topsmen because he's up in the sails. There's only a handful of them to pick. I'm going to keep him as Yai Zhang. I don't think we're actually at a point where anything will be triggered. And I've just undone who I thought those two were. Fantastic. So now it could be any of the topmen. I've made note. Okay, hang on. Let's go to that memory. Well, there he is there, being electrocuted like the kind fella he is. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. There's 7 people up here. How many names do we have? 5. There's 5 topmen, and there's 7 people up here. The topmen who have already been eliminated are no longer on the list, because there's one of them there. And there's the other one. So 2 of these are eliminated. The other 5 are up here. Tattoo McGee. Oh, where's my Frenchman? But you're not French, are you? Well, you're Chinese lurking. You are Chinese lurking. And you are Chinese lurking. There's our 3 Chinese men. So, wait a second. So what does that leave us? Take away the Chinese man. Our tattooed man could be either Nicholas or Mamba? Mamba might explain the tattoos. I'm doubling down. I'm going to say you're Mamba because of the tattoos. Because it looks kind of cultural to me. So that leaves our Chinaman. I have literally no way of working out your names. Hey, what's your name? I gotta know. You, sir, can be him. Because why not? You, sir, you can be this guy. And then you, sir, can be this guy. Okay, everybody happy with your new names? Great! Remember what to say when you get killed? My name is blah, blah, blah. There he is in this scene. He's over there. He's like, oh no, death surrounds me. There's him. Okay, this is the next scene. They're bringing the captives below decks, and the ship's cook got killed by a tail slap. Kaplow! But we never came up here before, and look, there's a lot of action going on deck up here. Here he is, he's helping pick up cargo. But as fascinating as all of this was, it hasn't helped in the slightest. Right, I'm well and truly getting a bit lost and confused here. And here's the next scene where they've tumbled down the stairs and death has happened. I am prevented from climbing back up on top deck, so I can't investigate what happened next to our people. Still don't know who you are. And we've still got the bloody carpenters to work out. I mean, how hard can this be? It's a 50-50. One's one, one's... No, focus. And one's the other. We both know their deaths. Why is this so bloody difficult? You. Are you him? And are you the other one? Would you look at that? Swap the names over and we're done. 3 more fates worked out. Whose are they? Carpenter. It was as simple as that. Oh. And you are Patrick. That helps. And the other carpenter. Amazing! So I could have had that done last time when we started messing with their names. It was just a 50-50 swap. Okay, well, more names to go. More names to go. Okay, our dude is no longer seen after Unholy Captives Part 2. He's there for the murder, and he's there for Unholy Captives for 2 moments. Urgh! Let's leave it. Let's move on. See what happens. Here we go. We have your death. We just need to know who you are. This dude was stabbed by one of the crab people as it was climbing on board the ship. And he's at the back here with these fellow... Well, these are topmen, right? Yeah, you're a topman. Confirmed. You're a confirmed topman. You're a confirmed topman. You're not confirmed. So he's a topman. And because we know the 3 Chinamen and we've given that other guy the other name, that should only leave 1 name, right? I think he's Nicholas Botchwill. Because that is the only name left. Okay, we're going with that. Next name. The more names that we work out, the less names there are to pick from, the kind of more that we can make deductions. Like, I have no evidence to say that is his name, apart from elimination. Okay, Gibbs is dead. Gibbs! Okay, the ship's surgeon, done. Okay, you're another topman, not sure. Right, unknown person, spiked potato beastie. It's monster ears. Ears of a monster. He's the dude that crawled down the side of the ship and died. There he is there, and there's the beastie through that little hole in the wall there. So we've said he got spiked by the beastie. I mean, you can definitely see something coming through the wall and the blood popping up the other side and splattering up the wall. It may be hard for you guys to see. I'm wiggling on purpose. There's even like a jet stream coming out from the beastie, which is kind of like the trajectory of whatever came and struck this fellow. Maybe he was shot, because like the beastie, he spikes people he can see, but he wouldn't just randomly like spike a wall. And there's no one like stood by this side of the wall. Can I go around the other side? I can't go back around. That's where the door is. We're gonna roll this back because I feel like there's a big issue going on here. Here's our monster-eared man, and there's a spike in him for sure. Blood trail, the blood trail. He was stood right here and is now crawling off that way. So I'm happy with spiked. Right, I'm at a bit of a loss once again. So let's leave him alone and move on for now. Right, this guy was clubbed by an unknown attacker. Oh, no, he was attacked by one of the Russian brothers. We know who it is. You're one of the brothers. Yeah, Nathan Peters. So we know who struck you now. That's part of that. Nathan Peters. Boom. But I haven't a clue who you are. Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Didn't we already work this one out? I seem to remember double checking like what a Dane was, and it was Denmark. I'm putting that stuff in. There you go. That's you sorted out, sir. Well done. Oh, these two. This guy was shot by the cannon. Let's go to that memory and see what's going on. But there he is there. kind of had his head blasted off by the cannon, and there is said cannon there. We said he was killed by Samuel Peters. What was the reasoning behind that? I don't even know why we said Samuel. I can't even find a Samuel on deck. These three fellows, got a chap underneath the cannon, who's Abraham, and you got these guys there. I said these guys, that one guy. The sea beastie is grappling that cannon. I guess if anything, it's kind of the sea beastie wielding it like a toy gun. Hang on. I have a thought, everybody. Could this be right? Blasted with a cannon by a terrible beast. It's a cannon-wielding beastie. Its ultimate form. I'm going to leave that. Let's crack on. I don't really have any more leads. Blasted by cannon by beastie. You're also in this scene. Where are you? Are you down here? Where are you, sir? Well, there's our two fellows right there. The beastie is well and truly holding him against that cannon. And the fellow behind him, this guy here, I guess he was also blasted by a beastie. Don't know who you are, though. I miss having that frigid cold memory. That was so helpful for working names out. This guy's been more or less everywhere. Okay, let's go back to the artist getting killed scene, because he's there somewhere. This ship's artists! In life and in death, he was shit. Anyway, so here is our scene. Cannons are not being under attack just yet. People are sleeping. So maybe we can find him in his bunk and we can get his name by the tag. Who are you two? Oh, one of our topmen. Oh, so wait. 41. You're Wee Lee. What? Okay, well, amazing. A name sorted out. But we don't know how you died. You're the guy we're looking for. Your bunk is down. He's clearly a seaman because he's not a topsman. And he's not a steward or a captain or an officer or anything like that. He's not one of the Russians. Doing this again. Oh. This. Oh my god! Amazing! Right, another 3 names under the belt. Who do we have? What a guess that bloody was. Right, amazing. And you, our Danish fellow. And then Christian Wolf. The terrible beastie did the deed after all. Okay, amazing. So how many more have we got left to go? There seems to be quite a bit of that spindle still left. This is tiring. This is so tiring doing this. Still 23 people to figure out. Alfred Kestrel, the bosun from Austria. We can't change his name, so that must be correct. Captured by a terrible beast. And he speaks about, where's my Frenchman? Bosun's mate, Charles Minor. This is going to be a longer than normal episode, I can already tell. But we must get this done today. There's 23 names. It's going to absolutely kill me. But we're working this out. I'm looking for bodies here. All right, boom. There's you being torn apart. Ooh, quite really. Anybody else being torn apart? Well, that's Alfred Kestrel. Could this be our Frenchman because of the stripy top? Hi, I've worked it out, I believe. So check it out. Got the bosun and he's got the arm with the tentacle wrapped around it. He's about to lose it. Spoiler. And the fellow here with the stripy top, I'm pretty sure this is our Frenchman, Charles Minor. And we don't see what happens to him, but the crew members, upon being asked, what happened to my Frenchman? They said he was torn apart by the monster. Torn apart by a terrible beast. There we go. I'm sticking with that, but that's happening. Next death. This is really bothering me. You, sir, whatever happened to you? All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Hold on. He wouldn't be talking to any of them. He says, all's fine, John. You've been in worse spots. I've been around this entire room and we've identified everybody apart from this dude right there. But I don't think that's John because I think that's the purser. Therefore, who the hell's John? Are you John, sir? I think you're John Naples, sir. Let's go with that, yeah? I'm having another look at this dude here, right? And I seem to think he's the purser. And I think I thought that because of the hats. There's that scene up on the Squid's deck, and I believe Christian Wolf is throwing a gun at him. Looking at this picture, they're side by side, they're chummy. Just like the 4th officer and his steward, they're side by side, they're all chummy. Same back here, 3rd mate steward, 3rd mate. I think now that he might actually be the gunner's mate person. Gunner's mate, Olaus waiter. How about that? Get in there, mate. Right. Another 3 off the list. Who are they? My Frenchman has been fought and figured out. And John Naples, seaman extraordinaire. And that guy there. I am too tired to really get too excited anymore. This is a nightmare to film. Let me tell you now. absolute nightmare. This means this guy here, who we thought was knifed by the purser, no. You were knifed by the gunner's mates. That dude there. Right, that's you. Okay, next name. What? So at this point, I only have to work out the disappearances. Hang on, who's missing? Alfred Kestrel, you had your arm ripped off. Torn apart by a beastie? How about that? More names. Give me more names. I don't want to do the disappearing people. More disappearances. They're going to be really difficult to work out. And you! What is your problem? Torn apart. Is that an option? All the cards are falling into place for your boy Spammals. That's really petty. It was like the terminology wasn't quite right. I didn't even say that right. Torn apart, ripped apart, decapitated. It's all kind of the same thing, isn't it? That's really petty. Right, well, another 3 names off the list. Ah, monster ears. Got to work monster ears out. Wait, this guy... The name is, I'm sure the name is right, but speared by a foreign enemy. Maybe it was actually the crab's pincers. We should go double check on that. That's it. Okay, so apart from the disappeared people, those are the only killed people left to work out. So wait, let us, we can do this. We can totally do this. Hold on, where did the guy go? Screw it, I know where the death is. 1 second, everybody. This guy here, that's definitely a spear. I'm not having any of it. That's a spear. That dude is holding it, and he is getting absolutely speared. An unknown enemy. It's an unknown enemy. I'm really happy with what we got for him. I don't know what the game wants from me, so let's leave him alone. Right, who are you? Right, he died when the sea beasties came down the decks, and there was 2 guys on the ground, and the crab had the pincers around their necks and cut their heads off. So he was decapitated by a beastie. The Chinese topmen, they have to be identified. So, look at this. Here's my thought train here. This dude right there, number 4... Mate, stop. Number 41. That's this guy here, I believe. So we know him to be Wee Lee. That means there's 2 other topmen who are Chinese men. These guys here, right? So, goodbye for you now, for now. Returning to the boat deck, we go to the capstan with this dead body on it. It's a Chinese man who's fallen from the rigging because I believe that he got electrocuted. That guy right there. Boom. Right. So we said that you're that guy, but the game says otherwise. So therefore, because if it was, he would have been one of the corrected people as we go through the corrections. So therefore, I'm going to swap his name to that guy, which means that that should leave us 1 other Chinese man up here. You're that guy, so that means you must be the other one. Right. There. So where does that take us? Because that's complete. We don't know your fate. You're electrocuted. And the one dude's down there, he was speared by the creature. That should be 3 names. Yes, he was decapitated. He had his head cut off by the crab spears. I mean, you're definitely being electrocuted, my man. That's lightning striking you. There's no way it's full damage. It's electrocution. Ugh. What if it's a beast? Are you kidding me? That's baloney. That is baloney. That was not a beast attacking you. It was an unknown enemy. It was the person riding the stupid crab. I can't even be happy about these other ones because that one stupid thing there was stupid. I appreciate on some of these mysteries, like it has some wiggle space in terms of how they died. But that was stupid. No. Right, where does this leave us? Where does this leave us? The missing people. Who are you? You're a seaman. You're not a Russian. So you're one of these 2. Whatever. Just guess. Move on. Next person. You, sir. Monster ears. Wow, we've only got 2 pages of names left. Purser, stewards, or seaman. I'm going to say you're the steward. I have no reason why he might be the steward, but I don't think he's a seaman. That's it. Just the missing people to work out. So when the second mate rode out with the limb people and all that bad stuff happened, 2 people disappeared in that scene. We said one was Alexei Topolov, and he was drowned by a foreign enemy. He was being kind of pulled over the side of the boat, And we thought he was Russian because of the bunk beds and them playing cards down below deck. Are Russians everybody? Now, one of these should already be identified. It's you. So both of these two here are in our boats. We know they're Russians because of the bunk beds above them. Number 47, 45, and 46. 47, 45, and 46. See, they would all be Russian. So, in that case, the other dude must be Alakus Nikoshin. Habadabab, habadabab, habadabab. Maybe they're the other way around. Hang on. It's a 50-50 situation again, I think. This hasn't helped me at all, has it? Well, let's rock with them. They are the Russians. They are the Russians. They are names that they possess. And they were both drowned. I mean, I don't know how this guy died, but this dude definitely drowned. Let's leave them behind. Let's move on. 7 wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. We got 1 of them. We got 2 of them. 5 left to work out here. Well, this guy, Nathan Peters, was last seen in episodes... No, stop. Where did he go? Right, here he is. There he is right there. Lovely fellow. The 3 of them are in a boat, and this dude was trying to get on the boat as well, and he wouldn't let him. And his friends are like, come on, just let him on the boat. He didn't do it. They escaped on a boat. Possibly. I gotta see the next scene, see what happens. But the Doom Part 2, there's now no sign of the rowboat anywhere, so the 3 of them are in the water, but not in sight. The Kraken has just started his attack. The artist has just been killed on the toilet. So next vision, please. Well, how about that, everybody? We're on part 7, I think, now of the Doom. And look at that. In the background of the Kraken's disastrous strikes, a boat with 3 figures have been flying into the air. That's going to be our 3 boys from part 1. I guess they didn't get that far away. And the or maybe they started rowing back to the boat after the Kraken. That'd be silly. Who cares what they did? They're there. That's them. Who are they? And whilst we're here, who can forget this poor fellow? Ooh, his tummy is sure it's going to ache in the morning. This should be pretty simple now. So if I go back, right, him, you, who are you? Don't know your name. That helps. But I'm going to say drowned. Because without a boat, he's in the water. It's either drowned or froze by a beastie. Big old crackeny beastie. I don't know your name. Stood alongside the surgeon. He's holding books. Could that make him the purser? Because the purser deals with all the documents and all that jazz. I mean, he's not a seaman. Seaman wouldn't care about books. I'm saying he's the purser, mate. How about you? We don't know who you are either. Same again, drowned by a beastie. Alexander Booth? Seaman? And there's no other names left, which only leaves this fellow here. So, boom. Drowned by a beastie. Yes! That was actually pretty well done. 3 more fates corrected. Once we got that underway, that kind of just started to unravel itself. Just seeing that boat flying in the distance. Boom, boom. And because like there was no more Siemens, and it must be Alexander Booth. Because the guy's holding books, he must be a purser. Everybody, let's celebrate with some pizza. Right, so we have Wheelie, the topman, and Finley Dalton, the helmsman, both disappeared in this scene, and that's the last 2 that have got to be found out for the disappearances. What happened to them? Captain's cabin. It's one of the few places we barely ever visit whilst playing this game. But anyway, hello, and goodbye. There she is. Right, so he's in this scene somewhere. Okay, well, I found him. Well, the sea beastie has him. Got his leg. Well, if this is the last time that we see him, we have to assume that the sea beastie yanked him under the ocean and drowned him, killed him, ate him, any of the above. I'm gonna go with drowned. Drowned by beastie, yes, sea beastie. So, other fellow. Okay, he's also in this scene somewhere. Find him. Ah, found him. He's climbing up the rigging. And there's a tentacle wrapping around him, so he's going to be pulled off and drowned. Thank you, gentlemen, for your whatever you did. Goodbye. Where does that leave us? Those 2 were, well, done. 4 more missing peoples. These were the guys escaping on the boat, the 2 ladies and the ship's surgeon, and they shot the 1 guy. Got their names: Emily Jackson, passenger; Jane Bird, passenger; Davy Jones, the 4th mate, the steward; and Henry Evans, the surgeon. I've written is alive on Azura's, but I don't know why I did that. I'm onto something. Right, check this out. Henry Evans, the surgeon, he got away in this boat. Check this out. If you go to the very beginning of the book, Henry Evans, his name is written there. I don't know exactly where they've gone, But this book says, use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone on board, complete each chapter accurately, and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. Hey Siri, where is Morocco? It's 1,420 miles away from me. No, I don't want directions to Morocco. Go from your house to nearest airport. You have reached your destination. Okay, Morocco is in North Africa. So is it possible Henry Evans is trying to get to the French Office of Affairs in North Africa to alarm them to what has happened on board the ship or anything like that? Let's give that a try. Let's give that a whirl, you know, in it for a biscuit and all that jazz. Alive in Africa. How about that? That was ridiculously difficult. I've been here for freaking ages trying to work this out. So that's him. And that's him. And that's Lee as well. Right. Okay. I'm sorry if my excitement is diminishing. I'm getting more and more tired the longer I'm trying to freaking do this. Part of me is like, I should split this into a couple episodes. But part of me is like, no, it ends today. So wait. I mean, if he's gone to Africa, I mean, the ladies must also have gone to the Africa, yeah? They say she's alive in Africa, hanging out with Miss Jane Bird, a passenger on the Obra Dinn, oh yay. Davy Jones, yay. Easy peasy. Escape, well done. 3 more fates corrected. So what does that leave? Well done, there's you. Turn that page. Oh, Milady and Jane Bird. But what does it mean? That's all of the people that have disappeared and has escaped and blah, blah, blah. Hey, that's pretty cool to know that there's 4 people alive out there that were on board this ship. A whole lot of missing. Okay, that's the lockdown chapter. Right, monster ears. We still haven't worked you out. There's only 2 guys left. How can I get it solved if there's only 2 guys left? Maybe it's Beastie? Got a habit of changing things. How about that? I think there's some inconsistency in this game because there has been times where they've called them beasties and then there's times where they've called them an unknown enemy. So, whatever. What happens? Okay, so that means there's just the 1 name left? Okay, Monster Ears. You're a thing. And Guy. Yeah, that's it. There's 2 guys left. Monster Ears and Guy. Oh, well, he was speared by a foreign enemy. He died in the scene where the sea beastie was in the netting on board the deck and it flicked its tail and it went pew, 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 pew. So maybe spiked could be better? And is it even a beast or was it an unknown enemy now? Monster Ears. Oh, you. So you're the guy down that stupid corridor. Let's go back to the vision, see what we can work out. We saw him in previous visions around the corner, definitely with a spike in him, and he was crawling away, and the blood splats on the ground suggest that he crawled or stumbled his way down here. But there's no denying there's a big old blood splat coming out of his tummy, and this happens as they say, ready, shoot him now. So maybe when he was spiked, it didn't actually kill him, just really hurt him, and it was a gunshot that actually finished him off. Is that our Frenchman? I need to change vision so I can double check who we're looking at right there. Pretty sure this is the guy that we can see through the crack. And if I zoom in, it is our Frenchman, Charles Miner, the boatswain's mate. So, are we saying, where's my exit there? We're saying that the Doodle Maguire was actually shot by Charles Person, shot by gun by boatswain's mates. All currently solvable names are done! Yeah, you do! Oh my god. This has been such a long time coming. So that means we've now unlocked the final chapter. There was nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. Are you sure? I've been here so long, I don't really feel like it's okay to leave. Maybe I could just stay here for the rest of my life and hang out with all these dead people, reliving their deaths over and over. Hey, boatsman! It's me! Do you want to go? There's a storm coming! I know there's a storm coming, Pickle. Let's leave. Oh. It was actually a little bit sad. I actually really like this ship. Sure, it's a bit beaten up, but it's got plenty of backstory to it. My hand is already reaching for the... Oh. There, have it. Right. Well, let's do this. We're leaving the Obra Dinn, everybody. Hi, buddy.
Should go.
We should go.
Time's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
Okay. Ooh, my vision's slowly counting down. Goodbye, Seaman. Goodbye.
Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
Is this gonna have a happy ending? Not much of a talker, is he? Just does his job, just does the rowing. We just sit awkwardly in silence, waiting for something to happen. 1 week later, the Honourable East India Company insurance assessment for the good ship Obra Dinn, victim of calamitous events at sea, prepared by the company office of investigation. Ship damaged in sail Atlantic, sunk in storm. Farmworth paid out claim 20 grand. 5 grand, 3 grand. Captain Robert Whitwell, fate suicide. Murder of crewman 4. Estate forfeited to the Crown. First mate, attempted mutiny. Estate fined £25. Second mate, attempted mutiny, theft of cargo, fined £100. Third mate, findings of merit, extraordinary valor, exceptional performance of duties. Estate awarded outstanding wages and a reward of £90. Yeah, you do. The fourth mate, criminal findings, murder of crewmate. Estate fined £15. He should go to prison. Oh, he's dead. There's that. The bosun, exceptional performance of duties. The state rewarded £70. The bosun's mates, he murdered someone, fined £15. So it's £15 per murder, we're basically saying. The surgeon, Henry Evans, surgeon, fate, alive, Africa. Findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel. Estate awarded £50. Even though you abandoned everybody, have some money. I mean, this is the entire crew. Lots of people awarded. Okay, so what happens after this? Abigail Hoscut, fate crushed by rigging, no claim made. I guess that means there's no family members alive or aware that she's died to make the claim against her. Emily Jackson, a passenger. She's alive in Africa. Criminal findings, a murder of crewmate. Shot him in the chest. Findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel, estate fine £35. I mean, she was fleeing for her life. That's self-defense in my book, but whatever. It's Jane Bird. She's a passenger. You can't fine a passenger £10 for abandoning ship. She can do it if she likes. Here's all the pages. You can pause to read at your own heart's content, but we get the idea here. So what? Here we go. A preliminary draft of the assessment has been approved by the Royal Trades Guarantor. Total claims £29,285. That's a lot of money. I signed. Okay. The pocket watch remains in your possession. The book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans, in Morocco, as requested. Slap that stuff on. Urgh! 1 year later. Oh, wow. I'm in control. Cup of tea?
Just a minute.
I can't move. I'm stuck in a chair. I'm coming! Who is it?
Oh, goodness. What a night this. You know, you shouldn't be out in it then.
I think I'm about to be murdered or something.
And tell Martha I said hello.
Okay, thank you. Who are you?
Can you believe it? A package at this hour. Oh, the thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside. I'll be turning in now.
Thank you.
It's in the kitchen if you need more.
Miss Hudson, you're a dame. Thank you. Oh, hi. This is the book. Took a whole year to get here. Well, let's do this. The suspense is killing me. Come on, my man. Open it like Christmas morning. Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbs to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the three of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Jane Bird. So they've sent the book back to me. I write them a letter back. Trolling. But there's that. There's... It's a hand. That's a hand. Our pocket watch. Let's look at the book before we look at the hands. Oh, that's how we access... This tale belongs to you now. Please finish it. Okay, the hand is how we access the final memory. Let's do this! Whose hand is it?
There you are. Collect your things. Where's the key? To that door. Gone.
Damn.
There's no time. We need to go.
Right. Here you go.
What are you up to?
Nothing good.
We're in the the prisony bits. Right, sea beasties, we're in there. It's the monkey! Why? You, I ask why, sir. Henry Evans, you shot the monkey. Oh, little guy. And you, sir, the third mate. Oh. So there you got spikes in your tummy, and you're dead in here. Also in here is, well, my vision has gone. A friendly but not entirely pleasant monkey companion was sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge. Oh, this is the Captain Steward Philip Dow. So he was tied up in here and left. The chest is in here that had the gem that spoke to them. There's a spear poking through that one. Here we go. Bong! Oh, well, him. We know him. He's dead. There's a thing.
A third shell. Captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy. You return. The ship. The Obra Dinn. See it home.
Okay. How many boobs do you have? Let's count. I count 4. So these fellows, they came to set them free. They found a third shell. They returned the shell to the people. And they were returning the people to the water in exchange for the ship to be returned home. Who's helping? Who are you? Okay, Paul, you're helping. And you, fourth mate, you're helping. Have I got time to... Oh, no, here we go. My vision is fading! Right, well, Martin, he got, spiked by a terrible beastie. Yes, he did. Okay, there's a beastie in there. Have that.
I'll kill every last one of you monsters. Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all!
Jesus Christ, Captain, you absolute mad lads. What's happening over here? Nothing. Can't see anything through the windows. That guy, he's still got the clamshell. In the lazarette, a captured beast fought against his jailer and was spared for the trouble. Oh my. Oh, boom! And the next beastie is having a big old lie down. Hab, 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 hab.
Call it off, damn you! This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
Before the spear, there was the gun. Okay, his hand is clawing out. Like, I will have you, sir. Nothing else changed apart from the story. An unholy creature's defiant shrieks were greeted with a fatal bullet. Bong! Who's next? Oh, my boy.
What's this? Quicksilver.
been killed.
Sounds like you burnt. Good old sizzle sizzle going on there. What is this? Quicksilver. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Right, well, oh, is that a hole in your top? That's the shell. That's the shell we can see. And fire. And that is still closed. Ben also burnt to death whilst opening the chest to get out something inside of it. Coincidence? To Philip Dow, the captain steward met an unknown fate. The boy burned. Burned. Obra Dinn! Well done. All fates are correct. Damn right they are, boy. Captain Stewart burned to death whilst that guy was spiked by a terrible beastie. And with that, the mystery is over, I think. What happens now? With the case complete, we grab the book, put it on the shelf, and just like that, another adventure comes to pass. The end! It's finally the end. Lucas Pope, you bastard. For your dad. Nice one. Okay. That was Return of the Obra Dinn. That was a fantastic game. It was very, very good. Very difficult as well. I really, really respect the art style they went for. They could have easily colorized it and all that jazz for the exact same story. But by doing this, it made it stand out, made it different, made it amazing. The story was very good. I want to go over that story. Hopefully we can get back to our book after the credits are done. If not, I'll try and crowbar from memory what the story basically was. But it was so imaginative and creative and original. Again, amazing. Lucas Pope is doing amazing works. 60 crew members. That was kind of a, I don't know, pain in the ass. The first 20 or so, not a problem. But then once you run out of those visions and it's kind of just down to you to solve the mystery and go home, like, it really, really starts to kind of grind on you. I can see why they added the rain sound on the deck. It was quite calming and soothing for such a time when you're getting stressed out trying to work out all these puzzles. We got there. Ultimately, we got there. What was the hardest, almost douchiest puzzle? Probably the Africa one. That was really, really lame. But also, I didn't like how it was wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey with some of the, well, the monsters. They were either beasties or unknown enemies, and sometimes it was one or the other. There didn't seem to be true consistency there. At least I don't remember it being consistent. So they're my only beefs, but I very much enjoyed this. Well, this is, though, the end of the Obra Dinn, for we are Obra Dinn. Ha ha! So here we go. The whole story in its entirety. Let's wrap this up. Loose cargo. Wow, our first death was Samuel Peters. He was crushed to death by falling cargo. Inside that cargo was a stowaway person who also died in the fall. After that, chapter 2, a bit of cold. People were getting sick, most notably lung sickness disease. it's a common problem at sea. He also died. A large cow also died. So on board the ship was that casket, and inside there were those shells, the very valuable and important shells that contained special powers and stuff like that. The second mate, he knew it was going to be his, and he started his murderous ploy to get it, murdering the Italian guy and blaming it on this guy here. He then tried to take it, and then also trying to kidnap the Lim lady from the ship with the Ben guy and the shells. They tried to take a boat. They tried to be stopped, but they fight back and kill them. Heading out to open water, they row further out and further out, but the shells, they call to the beasties in the water, and the beasties come. Fight kind of happens. It's kind of a one-sided fight where basically the beasties kill everybody. However, beyond somehow, the second mate survives, and he rows the boat back to the Obra Dinn. But upon returning back, he's shot and killed by the remaining bodyguard of the Lim and Ben peoples. Unholy captives. So on board that rowboat was some of those captive-y monstery ladies, and they're brought on board, and whilst they do that, they kind of spike a couple of people, take them down as they go, slapping the cook in the face and all of that jazz. They went down to the hold, and that's where that was. Little did they know it was just the beginning of their troubles, for soldiers of the sea came. Basically, the Sea People Army. Hello. It's the president of the Sea People. Some of our people have been kidnapped by the two-legged peoples up above. Send in the boys! The crab people arrive, mounting the ship with some lightning blasting over their heads. They start to poke and stab and cut and decapitate the crew as they make their way deeper into the ship towards the holds. The crew try to fight back, getting killed in the process, but little could they do. But then they win! Plot twist. And they tie up and secure in the hold the crab person and that jazz. Hey, it's the president of the Sea Peoples. Boys failed. Can we get plan B? Release the Kraken! Big old sea beastie Kraken is released. Momentarily before, the crew are already having plans of their own and attacking each other because they're not very nice. The ship's artist is having a poop on the bow and he gets squished to death, and the Kraken strikes, killing many people after an epic battle up on deck. The captain goes down to the prison cells and he forces the sea beasties to shriek away the Kraken because they don't like it when the Kraken strikes back. I assume ultimately they do because the Kraken does back away, but not before having killed many of the ship's crew. After that, it was time to escape, with more of the ship's crew becoming more and more unhappy with what the hell was going on with them, from sea beasties to Kraken attacks. They're spooks, they're superstitious types. Mutiny is on the air. Now, a couple of the passengers and the ship's surgeon, they know better that it is time to leave the Obra Dinn, and they prepare their escape, and the captain kind of helps them in their endeavors. But the crew are fighting back. You're not taking the last lifeboat. We need that boat. So a big old fight ensues and they make their escape. But by this point, it's too late for the crew of the Obra Dinn. Mutiny is in full strife. And after that happens, we get to the end. Confronting the captain, the remaining crew members try to storm it, try to take control of the ship and eliminate him from the scene. A fight breaks out and the captain kills the remaining crew before suiciding in his cabin alongside the body of Abigail in his bed. And as we saw through the last and final hidden chapter, Chapter 8 Bargain, the third mate released the last remaining prisoner and gave it back the shell, but on the promise and the word that the Sea Peoples would see the safe return of the Obra Dinn. I suppose so that the story could be told, so that the fates of everybody on board could be known, or just because he thought it was a nice ship and didn't deserve to sink. I don't know. And with that, we finally come to the very end. I really hope you have enjoyed this series. I know at times it was a lot of head thinkiness and confusingness, but as we got further into it, clarity and the storm became the past, and it became more and more clear. Right, I'm going to wrap this up. This is a very, very long session. It's going to take a long time to edit this, and I have no time. This video was due online, how long ago now? Oh, 23 minutes ago. I'm 23 minutes late and I've only just finished filming. So how about that? So if you did enjoy it, please do leave a comment down below of your thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear if you like this game or not. And whilst you're at it, please consider following me on Twitter so that if YouTube ever was to have a power cut, I could let you know. On that bombshell, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.